Hey, good morning, everyone. So I had not been planning on doing any content at all today, but the weather's pretty miserable here, and I got this invitation this morning to play a play test for a game called Dungeons of Hinterberg. So we're gonna take a look at that now, and yeah, let's get started. Okay, so there's no spoken dialogue. When I was 5, my parents took me to a botanical garden on an hour's drive from Vienna. If you don't want to hear the narration, check the timestamps, even if they're not working on the timeline. Skip ahead to where you want to be. I'm just reading this for people who might want to hear it. Right in the middle of it, there was a fenced-off cave. 20 years later, I still remember it vividly. Because a witch dwelt there. My dad laughed and said my imagination was playing tricks on me. My witch was just a shadow. But no matter what he said, I would not be convinced. The cave was special. It's got like a cel-shaded pastel art theme to it. I really like the okay, 25 magical dungeons right in the middle of the Alps. The media called it an elaborate hoax at first, and a mass hallucination. We'll talk about the art in a minute. If we have more dialogue. But here we are, and this is real. This is where I'll be staying for the next few weeks. This is where I don't have to be a junior at a law firm for a little while. I should check in. So yeah, I really like Beautiful Joe, Lollipop Chainsaw, games that use this. As you can see, I'm spinning the camera. You don't see it, but when you stop the camera, those little dots come in all over the screen. It's got that that hand inked, even the machine inked, comic book printed look to it. It's very cool. I like that. I like the cell shading. You know, you can say what you want about the design of the protagonist. That seems to be kind of like the way a lot of games are going these days. But I don't play games for aesthetics, so I'm going to judge this purely on the gameplay and not the way the character looks. And so far, the town looks great. Let's see if we can explore a little bit. Oh, no, they want you to check in first. I'll tell you, I'm playing this with the Xbox controller. I think it does have mouse and keyboard support. I'm sure it does. But the analog sticks are really sensitive. If you just barely move them, like an eighth of an inch, it's just the camera's all over the place. Okay, I'm not going to keep reading these because people probably already skipped over that anyway. And you want to see the gameplay. We're going to stay in room 102. For sure. Okay, there's no internet, no cell phone. Side effect of the magic. Wants to go slaying monsters. We have a training option. Okay, we're gonna go talk to Klaus. Excuse my throat. Miserable weather, very windy today. I bet my allergies are just picking up. New quest arrival. Let's see. So X for PlayStation users, square is sword. And Y or triangle looks like it's heavy attack. B or circle would be your roll. I don't like the analog sensitivity at all. It is just... Try that. That feels much better. Alright. She said it was she said first day I wish I could feel that again. I kind of speed read it. That's how I feel every time I wish you could feel that newness again. That's how I feel when I play Red Dead Redemption. I'm like, gosh, if I could just forget this game and experience it again for the first time. Just so you know, if I keep looking down, I am not a fan of the Xbox controller. I'm a PlayStation controller guy. And I usually have it set up so it gives me the PlayStation buttons. But this game, I can't do that. So I don't always remember where the buttons are on the Xbox. Although I think this does have the DualSense support. I think it did say that. Yeah. Like the people aren't even there. Weird. So maybe this is one of those hey, it was all in your imagination games. Yeah, it's interesting how the NPCs kind of have no color, and then as you get closer to them, the shading comes in, the color comes in. Blouse. I remember you from TV. I don't want to take it nice and slow. Let's get right into it. Our first dungeon is on Empress Sissy Promenade. Spicy. I don't know how to pronounce that word. I'm sure it's not Sissy. There's going to be a couple of monsters before we get to the portal. Ready to go in? Let's go. Yeah, we already figured that out. We have a block button. Good music. Smooth combat. You guys got a bigger nose than I do. Okay, the goo refills our health. Hit him with our sword. Of course, we're such a badass, we didn't lose any health. Guess I should have saved him for this fight. Okay, here we go. We're gonna learn how to dodge. I think that's the button that I've said is circle. What is it called on this? A B? Okay. Yeah, really smooth, really fluid, really responsive combat. Easy to move the analog camera around in between button taps for the sword. I think there's a sprint button. Hinterbucks. Alright, we're gonna get to this dungeon. And we're probably just gonna end it there. I think that might be the end of it. I'm not sure, but either way, I think I'm just gonna end it there. I don't think doing these hour-long playthroughs is anything anybody wants to watch. I'll go in. Now, Klaus has a crossbow on his back. Of course we're ready to do this. Time will advance, so maybe there's a time mechanic on this. She said she was only here for a couple of weeks. Oh yeah, look at that, day one. Oh, that could be interesting. depending on how they play it out, depending on how they use that, it could be interesting. Like you only have a certain amount of time, or maybe you can learn to rewind time. That could be cool. This dialogue's all decent. It's worth reading. I read really fast. I can't speak as fast as I read. The dialogue's not bad, or the story's not bad. You can pause and read it. I mean, it's a little generic, but there's nothing like flawed in the writing. Kind of weird. And of course, you know, all modern games have the, hey, if you don't know what to do, there's chalk on the button you're supposed to, or on the area you're supposed to climb up. Too much hand-holding in modern games. We don't need to talk, dude. We just need to go kick some monster ass. Yeah, I don't think there's a sprint button. Yeah, target lock. Okay. I don't like that target lock changes on the D-pad. That's wonky. Especially with where the D-pad sits on an Xbox controller. The LT, RT, LB, RB, L3, R3 seem to do nothing. Well, no, R3 centers the camera. There is no jump button from what I could tell. Oh, here's a jump. Not really a jump, though, I guess. It's kind of a... Yeah, I mean, she jumps on her own. Want to go up or down? There's a fast forward option there. That's interesting too. Let's see what happens if we use that. Oh no, that's just for the cinematics. Never mind. Getting a little hopes up that there was maybe some Sands of Time or Ocarina of Time. I love games that do time manipulation well, and there's not many of them. Oh, I got hit, man. I was gonna be the guy that didn't get hit once in the play test. I got hit twice, I think. What a noob. Oh, there's no white chalk on it, so I must not be able to jump up it. Although that has to be where we're going. That's cool. I like that. Where's this dungeon? Oh, I bet I know what we have. Let's see. Really, really excellent music. Ambient music. Push B. Oh, really? You can't jump up that? I don't think I'm supposed to be on this ledge. Maybe I am. No, you can't do it the cheater way. Yeah, take the white ledges out of the game, guys. We don't need our hands held that much. It's a beautiful game. It's got wonderful artwork. There's no reason to cover it in hand-holding mechanics or hand-holding visuals. I mean, as much as everyone's just going on and on about Stellar Blade, it's not that great of a game. And part of it is because of that damn Adam just constantly telling you where to go. Gamers are smarter than that. We don't need it. We don't need it. It's nice timing on the vibration and the camera shake with the feedback on the controller. Oh, Minor Krampus. Tentacle Archfiend of the beginner dungeon. Oh, so we were in the dungeon. So the dungeon was outdoor village. Okay, that's cool. Not every dungeon has to be a dark hole in the earth with torches. I didn't see our stamina gauge. Oh, there it is. I have a feeling like I'm supposed to be killing those things, but I'm probably supposed to be over... Yeah. If you've watched any of my other videos, you know I'm not the greatest at paying attention to the game environment and narrating. Right. I hope I don't have to, like, do this over and over and over. Oh, I dodged that. Took a little health damage. I immediately want to push B to climb those stupid ledges. She just climbs them on her own. I mean, I guess depending on what age this is intended for, having the white ledges is okay for pulling yourself up. But me personally, I don't like any level of hand-holding in my games at all. Past the training. Alright, Klaus. We have like a little passport for the dungeons. Very cool. Alright. We're only 21 minutes in. Let's see what else there is past this. The game's got me curious, actually. That's a good thing. I'm usually not... I usually don't get pulled into these playtests that often. Gave us quite a scare. Say nothing. like the day night. I like I really like the nice shadows. Earthquake registered in the village. Hotspot of magic, yeah. Everything is fine. That's what a mayor would say. Restricting access to some of the dungeons. No way I'm going to sleep tonight. Close my eyes, see the crumbling beneath me. Need a drink. I absolutely love that comic book look they've given to it, even to the clouds. I mean, if you've never actually held a handheld comic book, I know it's hard to imagine, but there's people who haven't. A printed comic book in your hand. If you look at them very, very closely, they might not look like this now, but every comic book I have looks like this when you look at them very closely. They have this dot look to them. I think it's just the way they're printed. How's this legal? It brings big bucks, that's how. That's true. I didn't even see what I picked. I didn't even read any of that, sorry. I'm just spamming my next button. Normally I would read these, but I don't think that's the point of doing this playtest. I'd rather not say. Oh, we're gonna learn spells. Well, yeah, we gotta stick around for that, right? Alright, we'll stick around for day 2. We'll stick around for day 2. If it goes to a day 3, that's when we'll call it quits. So how's that? A lot of like self-reflection going on here. About being at university and not liking your job and stuff like that. I don't know, I feel like some of these games put too much emphasis on narrative that not a lot of people care about. And maybe that's just me. Okay, these areas are still in development, so... Have any other option? Okay, nope, that's the only option we have. Alright, LT triggers R. Potion stuff. What's that chevron up there? Oh, fast travel, okay. Do we want to really talk to you? I mean, probably not, but yeah, that's where we're going. Oh, okay. You know, I don't really know who these type of games are made for. I'm not criticizing it. It's got good music, it's got good art. Controls are smooth and fluid. But it's got kind of an adult narrative about being in a law office and having to crash on the couch and being exhausted from work and not enjoying your life. But it's not delivering on like this magical world sucked into this fantasy RPG. I don't. And it's easy to play, and I imagine it always will be. And so maybe this is just a game for people who aren't really like hardcore gamers, which that's fine. That we need introduction to gaming games. This is probably one of those games about like self-discovery or something, but and maybe people like those stories. We need lots of stories. They can't all be the same. It's not really, the story's not really for me. LB, okay. And I mean, I know I'm only half hour in, but I can already tell you. We have one more dungeon to do. Guy doesn't want to do it. So the left. Oh, that's interesting. How exactly do we? Okay, so we have like a mace, magical mace, and a ball. Weird thing about the ball is, the way you aim it switches your camera, so you can't really see where you're putting it. Find and enter the abandoned mine shaft dungeon. Oh, I get it. It's like a combo system. Okay. Drop the wrecking ball, detonate the wrecking ball. No? I just dropped the wrecking ball right on top of the... Oh, duh. Got a manual detonate on the same button that summons it. Okay. Do we want to talk to the guy in the tank top with the ravens? I think we already talked to him on the way in, right? Yeah, the theme, what I was talking about, the narrative is way too grown up for this to be appealing to children. This game to be appealing to children. So that's why I'm really struggling to understand who the target audience for this game is. Keeping track of my magic points. See if there's like a critical hit if you get behind him. There are critical hits. I don't need those. Or does it do magic points as well? Elevator system. What do you have to say, dude? The earthquake really wrecked the place. Okay, so we probably have to put a bomb in the thing. Is that what we do? Put a bomb in here. Pull it up. Detonate it. There we go. Oh, I think I missed the entrance to the... No, here we go. I was looking at the map. It looked like it was below us. Lord, how do we equip that? I go to push my touchscreen button on my PS5 controller and it's just not there. Inventory. Gear. Wait. What am I doing? Oh, yeah. Let's see if we have any other gear. Alright, last dungeon. Last dungeon. I mean, it is early playtest, and I'm sure they're probably gonna have side quests and exploration and stuff. But I'm thinking, can't help but think if there's only 25 dungeons in the game, and we've done 2 in 30 minutes, including the intro. It's not going to be an incredibly long game, which that could be a good thing. A lot of games suffer from not knowing when to quit. No fast slide, it looks like. Like that, that's cool. I like that you can drop the ball on their head and then also detonate it. It's like a double damage, 2 for 1. That was an accident. I didn't do it on purpose, but that was pretty cool. Get magic. Ah, our first puzzle. Okay. Alright, so we need to get that down. Oh, I don't know why I think that's A. What's the point of that? Oh. So, that doesn't move any more forward. Oh, the track's broken and blocked. That's why. Okay. We do need a third cart. Not sure what those do. Can we blow this up? My thought would be to move this all the way around the outside edge and push it in, but the tracks are broken everywhere we go. Oh, I know what we do. No, I didn't want to drop it there. Darn it. Oh no! Magic Guild. Do we want to take on this fight or explore more? I say... That's an interesting attack. Have infinite roll, a stamina gauge for that. I don't find myself even feeling like I need to use the target lock. I mean, I guess for fighting a boss it's good. Definitely keeps you on top of them. Oh, this reminds me. Oh, what was the name of that game? Super Nintendo game. Not a popular one. Broken. Ladder's down. Ah, okay. Just randomly pressing it. Let me aim it up. What did that do? Okay. I swear, I always think that button is A. Okay, we need to steer it. And here. This is kind of cool. It's kind of fun. I like this. A little bit of high-speed roller coaster puzzle solving. This tracks. Okay, that turns the gate. Still think that's A. So I tried to use my magic attacks when I was, what is it? What happens if we do this? Nothing changed. There we go. Yeah, that's gonna solve it. Stalagmites just come up out of the ground. I don't know what we're supposed to do with those. Oh, I guess we're just supposed to avoid getting hit by them. Okay. Oh, I walked right into all of them. Drop it on your head! Oh, I missed. I was kind of thinking we could use those to hide from the wind, but, the little, twisters, but, nope. Alright, Dungeon 2, Boss 2 done. Let's get our stamp. Okay, so I'm gonna wrap it up here. Leave you with my thoughts on this. I don't know. The gameplay is good. The gameplay feels smooth and solid and fine. That's dialed in. I like, you know, obviously some people will like the art, some people won't. They're clearly not going for realism, but I think that's great. I like games that are different. It's got that heavy-handed outline of the characters. It's got that comic book feel that's very cool, but the characters don't feel comic book-like. The characters feel kind of average and bland and boring, and I know that a lot of game developers are doing that now for whatever reason. And so from a technical standpoint, and the puzzles, the second puzzle was pretty good. I like the mine carts. I think it's just going to get better and better. Obviously, the more you get into the game, maybe exploring the town, talking to people and stuff. For someone like me, an experienced seasoned gamer, especially RPG gamer, I would not be interested in this game. But that's my personal preference and my personal opinion. There's a lot of good things I could say about it. There's really actually not anything negative I can say about it, other than I'm just not interested in the story or the character. Somebody else may very well be. That's a very subjective thing. So there you go, everyone. That is a game called Dungeons of what is it? Hinterland? Let's see what it's called. Dungeons of Hinterberg. It's on Steam, of course. Everything's on Steam almost. Dungeons. I'm going to bring up the page for you in just a minute. Armed with the sword and a tourist guide, explore the beautiful alpine village of Hinterberg and uncover the magic hidden within its dungeons. Master magic, solve puzzles, slay monsters. All this and more await you in Hinterberg from Microbird Games, published by Curve Games. So that's Microbird. This is their first game. Curve Games has published, looks like quite a few, two. And they definitely seem to have a theme that they like to publish these cartoony looking games. That would be fun, snowboarding. I wish I could have gotten to that. Oh, it will be on Game Pass as well. There you go. Look at that. Coming July 18th, so just a few months out. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Thank you for watching. And this looks interesting to you. Go check it out on Steam. Have a great day, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.